This is the Oklahoma State edition of Sunday Questions, where I try to ask the questions I think I would ask on Sunday if I had missed the game on Saturday. I'm not planning to miss the game, of course, as usual, but you never know. Now, meanwhile, I would like to say that I feel like crap warmed over, but I don't feel warmed over. I will try to make what sense I can in the meantime. Now, obviously the first big question is whether or not Milam and Burks came back. And if they came back, how back were they? Defense first. Does having Burks back allow the defense to bring more pressure? They did not have the manpower. Burks was one back too many out. And I know the next man up mentality, but man, there are limits. And unless they can bring pressure, the defense is going to have big problems. Pressure probably means, moving Floyd around, using him in ways that seem to fit his special talents. Burks stabilizes the backfield and offers options. So I am hoping that means pressure, successful pressure. But we still have the question with Cutter. Lathan was young and inexperienced, but he had one more year than Cutter. And that year was enough for them to move Lathan and Koba around and let Koba play, I think, with a little more freedom. I think Koba was allowed to do some freelancing. With Cutter in there, they're playing a little more straight up. And that's not working as well. Need to have Koba where he can move. Where he can use his speed, his aggressiveness, and just get to the ball, get to the quarterback. If we are playing a traditional linebacker position and expecting these two to play the run or drop back into the passing lanes, we've got problems. That is not their strength. We have to get enough pressure on the quarterback to keep him confused, to keep him trying to move but not getting successfully out of the pocket and hitting a big pass. So the defense is about Burks coming back. It's about Cutter gaining experience, and he did have another slightly long week. And all of that is about pressure. This defense brings pressure, or they give up a lot of points. Now, offense. This offense does have the potential to score a lot of points. But first question is, will the passing game pick up where it left off last week? I don't expect them to start the game as pass happy as they had to be at the end of the Houston game. They might. It's an option. I think they have the ability. I think Oklahoma State is, a little more known for, I think Coach Brown referred to them as clogging the passing lanes. Whether or not they will try to use motion to open the lanes, or, of course, depends on the style that Oklahoma State plays. But if Milam is back, did that open the outside read to the left? Cannot run every time up the middle, no matter how good Frazier is, and he is up against, some good opposition. We have to be able to move the run around. That was a problem for Malone last week. It seems to have been a strength for Milam so far this year. We have to get the offense balanced. I don't mind being run heavy, but we can't be 70-80% run and only pass when it is absolutely necessary. And we can't just throw the ball and let them stuff the run. We have to get both sides going. The ability is there. Been a variety of things getting in the way, but the ability is there. Will the receivers also pick up where they left off in terms of getting open? Now, they've been getting open. People keep talking about them not getting separation, but on most plays, there's been somebody able to get open. Clement has the knack. Dixon, why do I always want to call him Dixon? Carter, definitely perked up playing in the inside position, or in a stacked formation. How will Oklahoma State adapt? I'm sure they will. Now, in Gundy's interview, he seemed to be utterly unaware of anything West Virginia is doing. The description of the quarterback was Marchiol, not Green. So I'm not sure what's going on, whether he just didn't care or what. But his description of West Virginia would have them completely unprepared. Unfortunately, I don't think his defensive coordinator is going to be that totally unaware of what West Virginia has done this season and last week. They're going to be ready. But Oklahoma State has been hot the last couple of weeks. I think the defense will be prepared for Oklahoma State. I think our offense will be able to put together a more complete game. I think it will be enough to win. We have to keep progressing. We cannot afford to lose defensive backs or linebackers. We got through Houston with no big injuries. We have to get through the season without a lot of injuries. And we can't afford to be losing too many offensive linemen. The young guys are going to be good, but they're not experienced. All right. My brain is shot. So I am going to wrap this up and just say I think we can do it. So let's make it to Saturday afternoon. The game is 3:30 Eastern Time on ESPN. And let's hope for the best all around. So long.